So we're here with the Spoon FD2 Civic Type R owner. We did have a quick little walk around, but nothing beats talking to the owner about this car. This thing is a track build. This thing looks the part. I bet it drives amazing on track. This is one of the all-time favorite cars for people to track. Spoon goodies everywhere.
All the parts are from the Spoon FD2R race car.
Wow, really?
The one that they decommissioned from Super Taikyu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on this car?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the bonnet, the wing, the boot, basically the aesthetic parts
Yeah.
are all from the race cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you get them to sell these parts to you? Do you have like, do you know people or?
When they decommissioned the car,
Yeah.
they sold it overseas.
I see.
So we
okay.
import the car in, and then apparently some of the cars in Malaysia,
Yeah.
they bought the car in and
Okay.
then used it as their race car in Malaysia,
Uh-huh.
but they didn't want the Spoon parts.
Oh.
So I bought the Spoon parts over.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
There's
quick.
the difference between the blue tech and the black tech.
Okay, yeah. Wow. So give me a quick rundown on this car. For people who don't know what this car is, tell me like how long you've owned the car. Is this your dedicated track car? Give me a quick rundown.
I owned the car for close to 5 years now.
Pretty stock when you got it?
Yeah, stock everything.
Wow.
And then I started building the Spoon concept about 3 years ago, because there were a lot of parts that were already discontinued, and then I had to find it everywhere, like Europe, US, Hong Kong, Malaysia. That's how I made a lot of friends.
That's crazy. And for those of you guys who didn't catch it, this car has parts of the Spoon's Super Taikyu car. Insane. Let's check out the inside. Fully gutted. Who needs rear seats for passengers when it's a full race car? Wow.
These are the three-way canister Cuscos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I do very much more of handling instead of power. Because what's power without handling?
without
control.
suspension and braking mods to handle it.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I admire about like car guys, you know, in other parts of the world. In the US, it's like power, 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 and then like your car can't handle it. You don't have the powers to grip. You don't have the tires to grip. You don't have the brakes to stop.
Yeah,
you don't have the suspension to handle it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I made this this front splitter myself.
Wow.
Because Spoon didn't produce any splitters at all, and no diffusers. So I decided to do one that is similar to how they used to look like, and it's a full piece up till the rear of the wheel.
Wow.
Yeah, I did the rear panel gusset plate as well. This is also carbon.
Oh yeah, dry carbon.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even notice that. Wow. That's all DIY?
No, I got a factory in Malaysia.
Okay.
So
wow.
we produce dry carbon parts and wet carbon parts as well.
That's really nice. So I have to ask this because the rules in Singapore are so strict with cars. Is a roll cage legal to daily drive if you want to daily drive this, or is it strictly race car?
No, the roll cage is it's a grey area.
Oh, okay.
If you ever get stopped by the authorities, they'll first check your exhaust first.
Oh.
If your exhaust is homologated and you pass,
Yeah.
it's fine. They don't really care about the roll cage.
So
To the authorities, the roll cage is a safety feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So exhaust. So car guys around the world, Singapore has such strict rules. We talk about the 10-year, the COE, exhaust. They can catch you for what? Tin that's too dark. They can catch you for pretty much everything. But despite all that, the car guys in Singapore, they love their cars. There's a lot of dedication to building these cars in Singapore. One, cost of cars are so expensive. Two, I mean, there's such strict rules. You know, you can't just throw in like, you know, a crazy engine swap or like a big turbo without, you know.
No.
Yeah, you have to get approval for everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I with the car ownership for 5 years,
Uh-huh.
I think I clocked about, say, 20,000 mileage, that's all.
Wow.
20 Ks.
This thing is so nice. Oh, thanks again for sharing about the car.
No problem.
Hey, again, if you guys want to follow him on Instagram, I'm going to tag his Instagram right here. Panda.spoonr. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. I know a lot of you guys, you love the Type R platform. You love the FD2 Type R platform because you can't get it in the US. A lot of guys do conversions.
Yeah, I know.
Headlights, bumpers.
I get a lot of followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
They were asking what they should get to convert their car from at the SI, right?
Yeah.
To FD.
FD.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. More cars are pulling in right now. We have an FK7 Civic.
Okay.
Pretty clean. I think a spot like a Mugen wing back there as well. Pretty tight spots. A really clean FK7 built. Mugen wing. I think Mitsubishi Lancer back there. So yeah, nice, still fairly young. Bunch of cars still showing up. R35 GTR sitting out here. We're gonna check that out later as well. Oh, this thing sounds like it's cammed out.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Alright, so exotics rolling in. So a lot of people around the world know Singapore for like all the crazy exotics. So yeah. First exotic I'm seeing, well, besides the R35, I'll consider that a JDM exotic, but really cool. We have a blob-eye Subaru STI just driving past. There's not too many spots here, so there are some car guys that came and probably parked further back that way or further back this way. Front checking out the cars. Right now we're back here. Such a cool spot for a photo op. While you get your car washed, you can just hang out here, take photos, enjoy some cars. Such a cool spot. And the EG sedan is heading out right now. So we're gonna check out the Honda Fit with the Spoon livery. So this is one of the other cars here with the Spoon Sports livery. So this car also does have quite a bit of stuff done to it. See a roll cage. He's gonna pop the hood, see what's underneath the hood. Oh, so little engine space.
Yeah, stop.
So tell us about the car.
This is a 1.5 Honda Jazz, a GE8.
Wait, it's a Honda Jazz, it's not Honda Fit.
No, it's Honda Jazz.
So is it smaller than a Honda Fit or about the
No,
same?
it's about the same.
Oh, okay.
But some say it's lighter. I'm not sure. Whether it's
I
true.
see. I kept thinking it's a Honda Fit because we don't have the Honda Jazz in the US. Okay, so it's a Honda Jazz, not a Honda Fit.
But
Slightly smaller?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the inside has like a roll cage. Let's check out the interior as well. Got all your gauges out here on the dash. That's something that's pretty common with a lot of the car guys here in Singapore. Oh, thank you. Momo steering wheel. Is that like a sequential shifter? The shifter is pretty cool setup.
Normal shifter.
Normal shifter.
Yeah, normal shifter.
Roll cage. Got your bucket seats, Illis bright bucket seats. Wow. Even have a harness bar in the back as well. Thank you. Oh, very cool. So this car is like the daily driver trek car. Do you take it on trek days too?
I take it for trek and daily driving.
Nice. Oh, this thing is pretty light. I bet this thing is so much fun on the track. Short wheelbase. Spoon mirrors?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you don't see these. So we don't see too many of these cars modified in the US. So the Honda Jazz is what this is, not a Honda Fit. I got it wrong. But these are light little cars that you could just play around on track. Front wheel drive, 1.5 liter. Alright, so we're gonna talk to this Mitsubishi Lancer owner. Like I said, that's the Lancer over there. So there's a Lancer we heard pull in earlier. Sounds like it's cammed. Alright, so we have here the fastest Mitsubishi Lancer here in Singapore. He's gonna pop the hood, show us what we have underneath. Tell us about this car, because we don't see too many of these modified even in the US. What year, make and model is the car? Quick rundown of the car.
So this is a Mitsubishi Lancer GLX from
GLX.
2006.
06.
It's called the CS3 for the chassis code.
Oh,
I
wow.
think the US do have them, but in the US you guys
Not commonly
have,
modified.
Yeah, and I don't think you have 1.6 liter. This is 1.6 liter. So in the US it's mostly, I think you guys have 2.4 liters for the Ralliart, the 4G69.
Yeah.
And I think there's some other engine variants as well.
So I think the 4G90 or something my buddy
Yeah,
had.
92 or
Might
90
be.
something. I'm not very sure about it.
Does this share any parts from the like Evo 8 and Knights?
So the chassis itself is, I mean, you're quite familiar with Lancer and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of things are actually kind of compatible.
Got it.
Yeah, the engine bay is roughly the same shape.
This is mint. Talk about attention to detail. We have like titanium goodies. Oh,
yeah,
that's from our Chasing Days from
right.
the US. Very nice. We got some nice AN fittings. Wow, this thing is just mint. Gritty parts. Carbon fiber everywhere. Yeah, titanium and carbon fiber. What I love to see. Like, look here. Even the small little attention details. Titanium bolts everywhere. So, I heard you and your dad built the car. How long have you built this car for?
Whoa, as of now, I think we own the car for close to 10 years.
10 years.
So it was totally stock when we got it, so we started tinkling with it a bit and all. The first thing we got was an open port filter. That was the first mod on it. We were really intrigued by the sound that it makes after just getting a port filter.
Yeah.
You know, one thing leads to another, and a lot of things has since been done to the car.
Wow, far from stock now.
Yeah.
Got AP Racing big brakes on some nice SSR wheels.
SSR cut, yeah, I really love these wheels.
Very clean setup. Even the interior is really mint. Some bright Lomax seats. RD steering wheel setup. Yeah, these things do share a lot of resemblance with like the Evo 8, Evo 9. Even have a little gauge hidden in their little compartment. That's so sweet. Is this thing cam? Whenever you're rolling it, it almost sounds like it's cam.
Oh yes, it is.
It is cam?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a custom cam from Malaysia, custom regrind. It's a 275-degree cam with higher lift and all. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I heard it rolling in. I was like, this thing's cam. Wow, very, very cool. Like I said, a lot of guys, they know these cars like the Evo 8, Evo 9s, but the Lancer doesn't get much love. But being a Lancer owner myself, you have to give props to owners who take so much time and dedication. He's been building his car for 10 years now, so I just can't wait to see, you know, what more plans he has for this car. Just check out some of these custom attention to detail you have. Air fuel ratio gauge from AEM just hidden, tucked away in the glove box. If you don't know, just looks like a normal glove box. That's so cool. And where can they find you on Instagram? Do you have an Instagram page?
Yeah, you can find me at ZSpeedWorks. So just Z and Speedworks.
Speedworks. So I'm gonna link it right here. Alright, so we've seen this car 2 years back. We're gonna have the owner talk about the car again.
No,
So
what do I say? You're gonna edit this, right? It's not live, right?
alright, so
What do I tell you, man?
we have the mini version and we have the big version over here.
Ultra mini version, eh?
So
It's the only acceptable EV that I'll drive for now. See,
So-
what's cool about the RX8 in Singapore is that the road tax follows the 1.3 liter road tax.
so
That
the
was-
same 13B engine.
Yep, it's 30B
Okay.
engine. In Singapore, you can't swap engines. If you
Okay.
get caught, they pretty much scrap your car.
Very strict rules here. Wow. And I see, because I've been following you on Instagram now for the past, I don't know, I think like 2 years since I met you.
Has it been 2 years?
I think it's been 2 years. I don't think I saw
That's
your
why
car
you saw
last
the
year.
previous color.
Yeah. I want to say like there was, I forgot who we're cruising with. There was like a DC5.
Yeah.
There were like, I think it was a S2000, a white one.
Dude, I can't even remember
They're
where it was.
EGs. We were cruising around Singapore like till like 5 in the morning. And Vince also brought us in the Mazda 3 back then. The Mazda 3 hatch, yeah.
Well, yes, yeah.
We did rounding, that's what they call it in Singapore. Rounding means to cruise around the island or to go on a nice spirited drive. So do you guys call this Itasha as well here? Same thing? Yeah.
Thing.
So there are a lot of car guys. I have car friends who are Itasha guys too. Full livery on the car. And is this like the final form or are you gonna change it out a little bit more?
No, I think I haven't got room for more stickers. Maybe the sunshade is missing.
Okay. Wow, but this 13B, so same engine as the FD-RX7, high revving, and like you said, so many restrictions.
FD's got twin turbos though. So this was made to be, believe it or not, fuel efficient.
It's a
Well,
gas
it is.
guzzler, right?
Relative to the FD-RX7, it is more fuel efficient. But yeah, you shouldn't buy this if you don't like paying for gas.
But these things are super light too, right? From what I heard.
Yeah, 1.3 tons.
Wow. And even like the seats have like little triangle rotary cutouts. Pretty cool. And the wrap is really nice too. It's almost like a color shift. Some angles is green, some angles is purple. TBS wheels.
Because of tank weight, but you're going in the same mileage as
And if you want to follow him, he's Chloe the RX8 on Instagram. Okay, so we saw this EG hatch earlier briefly. Now we have the owner to tell us a little bit more about it. So give us a quick rundown. What do we have here? What are we looking at?
So, the EG6 VTI still has the factory V16A2. We did with forged pistons and EK9 cams. Then I think about half a year ago, I added OER ITBs.
ITBs. Can we check it out?
Yeah, sure. So what my tuner told me was the ITBs are as old as the car.
ITBs on an EG hatch. Even in the US, you don't see this setup too often. So this is really exciting. I'm pretty excited to see how this ITB setup is gonna look.
The filter is on now, so let me remove the filter.
Okay. Wow. This is signed by who?
Larry Chen.
Larry Chen. Okay.
He was in Singapore, I think last year.
Yeah, pretty recently.
Managed to get.
So Larry Chen is also, if you guys don't follow him, he does great videos for cars, tours the world. He's pretty much goals. But ITB setup on an EG hatch. Wow. So with the ITBs, is it pretty hard to tune?
I would say the tuner did mention to me that it would be quite difficult, but he managed to do it quite well. So running a full standalone ECU as well.
Standalone.
G4X plug-in. Did the coil and plug conversion. So don't really have any distributor problems anymore. That's about it.
And some of the guys were mentioning about your tire setup.
Oh yeah.
These are pretty much like
15.
Drag slicks, would you say? Almost like radiators, like drag.
They are semi-slicks.
Okay, semi-slicks.
Well, I'm not sure actually. Maybe 19 series they are more
Super sticky tires.
super sticky street tires.
So much wider fenders too.
Yep. So we just spaced out the stock fenders. Fronts are 15 by 9. The rears are 15 by 8. I don't think so. I think
Very aggressive wing setup. So you said used to be Kanjo, now it's like a Trek setup.
moving more to a track setup.
Trek, okay. Does this car see like Sepang Trek time or?
It's been twice.
Okay. So you guys don't know, Sepang is the closest track in Singapore, right? In KL. It's an F1 track. So a lot of car enthusiasts in Singapore, if they do want to take their car for a shakedown on a track, they'd like to take it to Sepang circuit. Wow, this thing is just so clean. So a couple of the guys are heading out right now. It is getting a little late, closer to almost 2 a.m. now, so some cars are leaving. But yeah, I want to give a big thank you to all the guys who kind of taken some time to show me their builds. These things are just amazing to see in Singapore. Alright, M3 just started up. This thing is pretty loud. Also have the Honda Jazz leaving right now.